Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you along for this Tuesday edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And the ball goes out of play following the shot. And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
He's more than deserving of this accolade given the way he's been playing. He injects so much energy into their offense, whether he's finishing the play himself or lending a helping hand.
Here's Bellinelli. Launches a three, and the three-pointer goes.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Oh, got a piece of it. And there's the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Musa. He takes it in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Garuba. Fires in the triple. Garuba's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Let's go with a 3. That one doesn't drop. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
For 3. That shot is good by Campazzo.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. They set a pick, looking to end the run. And Musa pulls it down.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Deck. Pure from 3-point range.
I just love the ball move. I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And Bellinelli gets it to go. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's the 3. Garuba, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Bellinelli. And the three off target. Here's Deck. Here's Musa.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
Here's Musa. He has 7. Fires the three.
That miss aside, they're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going here.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Here's Garuba. He's got 5. It's his first trip to the line.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
The first one falls.
Garuba. 2 shots.
That one misses. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
There's the steal. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Here's Hezonja. Fires the three. That shot missing. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Leading by 1. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Pass to Inja. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. They get the rebound. Back to Ibaka. From outside the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Ibaka's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Inja. Here's Hezonja. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Three-pointer, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Shoots a fadeaway. Kaycock misses. It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Here's Injai. Off the mark there with a 3. In transition. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Morgan. Tries again. Pass to Kaycock. Takes a 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Here's Hezonja on the take. And that one is hammered home.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. 5 to shoot. Drops one in from the wing. There's a minute 59 left in the first half of this game. Pass to Morgan. Here's Kaycock. Jacks up a three. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Ibaka with it. Fires for 3. He drops it from range. Ibaka's got 6 here in the quarter.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. A minute 15 left in the first half. To the paint. Here's Njai. Zizic with the rebound. Down low. And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
There's 57 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Azonia. Sinks it. What range from downtown. He's got 7.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Puts up a 3. Zizic with the rebound. Here's Morgan. Knocks it down from distance. Morgan's got 6.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Azonia. 7 points in the game. This one for 3. They get it back. Here's Njai. And the layup is good off the glass.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks, as always, for watching.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point. The three-pointer off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
First team foul.
Here's Musa, takes a 3, connects from downtown. He's got 10.
You know, they've got to make him earn those 3. You play off of him, he's automatic from that distance.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Deck. And that one drops for him. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Here's the three. Pass to Musa. Second shot opportunity. Here's Deck. They shoot again. The shot, no good.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Campazzo. There's a screen from Garuba. From behind the arc. That one no good. Lets the three fly. Nails it from three.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Musa. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Here's Bellinelli. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Bellinelli's got 11 points.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Hits the trifecta.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Pass to Campazzo.
Away team foul. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Musa. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Bellinelli. He's got 11. Drains the triple. Bellinelli's got 6 here in the quarter.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Takes the three. And no good. 1:05 left in the third. Musa. There's the block. And they'll keep possession. Fires the three. The shot no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Inside. There's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 12.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Deck. Give him 8.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
The floater. Deck with a rebound. With 2 seconds left. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Leading by a point. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And he drops the first. And so he hits both. Here's Morgan. Right wing. No good with the triple. On Friday and then Sunday.
And that game against Athens, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling in the full swing of things by then.
There's the triple. Injai grabs the miss. Injai's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Hazonia. Pass to Injai. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Shoots. Can't get it to drop.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too. And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Here's Hazonia. Offensive rebound. An easy 2 on the layup.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
The shot won't fall. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Ibaka for 3. Drills it from deep.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Ibaka's got all 3 threes to fall. Dead-eye shooting. From deep. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, one way or the other, some fantastic drama unfolding here.
To the middle. Clock at 4. Inside. Injai. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Morgan. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. The shot by Hazonia, no good.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
To take the lead. On target from range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Lets it go from deep. And connects from downtown.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Money.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
27 seconds left in the game. Takes it inside. The layup off target. No good from three-point range. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
He's perfect from the line this time. Oh, he picked him clean. Good!
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The home team calls timeout. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
To win the game! Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Sederansky, Hernan Gomez out there with Parker, and it's Vesely in the power forward.
Oh, my goodness. Just making it look easy.
Well, he's got the athleticism and the aggressiveness to make the spectacular. Not that we get used to it, but look, a little routine sometimes.
You hit it on the head.
Here's Deck from downtown. Hits it from three-point range. Deck's got 5 points so far.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Knocks down the three ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Puts up a deep three. And Garuba pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. They set the pick. Pass to Tavares. Just 5 to shoot. A three. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Over to the wing. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. And he drives in, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Garuba the pass to Tavares. They set the pick. Launches it. Pass to Campazzo. There's the triple. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 5 now.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Takes the three. Sadoronsky gets the bucket.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Musa. He has 5. Tries it from the top of the key. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Vesely. Parker outside.
Ball is turned over. Round 2 ball.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Campazzo. It's tipped. Pass to Sadoronsky. Drills it from outside.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Musa. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first one falls.
taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Parker left side. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by Enja. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Musa passes to Enja. And now, here's Hazonia. Pass to Enja. Clock at 6. They set the pick. There's the 3. Setoransky grabs the miss. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. And here is Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Musa. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Up by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
All right, and now you want to see them sustain this relentlessness for the entire game because it's clearly paying off.
Anderson is out there with Medu, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. Screened by Ibaka. Now Hazonia, still without a basket. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Here's Laprovitola. Fires from way outside. Anderson the screen. Pass to Medu, and it's Abrinas in the corner. This one for 3. Traps in the tray. Abrinas has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Anderson outside. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Laprovitola. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. 3-pointer. Abrinas with a rebound. Here's Medu. 3-pointer. The shot, no good. Hazonia with the ball. From deep. They grabbed their own miss. Hazonia on the wing. Screened by Ibaka. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
No, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That's good from Hazonia. Both shots good from the stripe. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Fall. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Abrinas. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Abrinas has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Laprovitola, no good. Hazonia on the wing. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Huey's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Lays it up off the glass.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Ibaka outside. off target from three-point range. Here's Fall, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. They set the screen. Abrinas' shot is off.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Provitola passes to Medu. 1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. The tray. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 11.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
The three is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play.
You've got to be kidding me. Draws the foul and hits the shot. What a play from three-point range.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Provitola. Still yet to score. It's deflected. Anderson passes to Medu. Back to Anderson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Here's Huey. 7 points in the game. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Campazzo. Pass to Garuba. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot clock at 6. Here's Deck. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Abrinas.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
Oh, he does a lot for this team. Controls the pace, keeps everyone involved, and then he can score.
Gotta get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the pain, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. They've got Huey, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Beyond the arc. And Garuba pulls it down. Garuba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. We've got Hernan Gomez, Saturance, Derek Parker, and it's Vesely in at the 4. To the paint, here's Deck, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
They've got Huey, and it's Tavares in at the 5. Drills the three-pointer. He has 6.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
We've got Parker. Hernan Gomez out there with Saturance, and it's Vesely in at the 4 spot. And Huey kicks to Tavares. There's the pick. Here's Garuba, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Garuba's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Fires the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Sadaransky's got his third basket of the night right there. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Down low, here's Garuba.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul. At the line.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Miami. And the 3 off target.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Campazzo. Hernan Gomez covering. Tavares gets the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Sadaransky. He's covered closely.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming off the floor for your home team.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Shot from the wing, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 8. Here's Campazzo. Hasn't made one yet. Next shot is good.
Well, defensively, they just look lost in the second half. They need to turn up their intensity and get back to the way they were defending in the first half.
Buries it from 3-point range.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
High post, Hernan Gomez. To the middle. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And this game is tied up now.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Musa. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. This is his second trip to the line in this one. Here's Abrinas, 11 points in the game. Pass to Laprovitola. Good on the triple. Laprovitola's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Laprovitola's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Garuba. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Abrinas. There's the steal. Here's Musa. Offline with his 3. Musa's gone 1 of 5 from deep. There's the pick. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Laprovitola. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Laprovitola's got 5 points so far. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's Deck. He's got 10. Fires from deep. With 2 seconds left. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. They lead by 1. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Huey And it's Hazonia in at the 3. No good on the wing 3. Hazonia's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Abrinas from the arc. The rebound by Ibaka. And now here's Hazonia into the lane. And the basket by Njai.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Medu passes to Anderson. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Njai kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Hazonia. For the 3. The rebound by Medu. Medu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Anderson passes to Laprovitola. Here's Fall. Defended by Ibaka. To the right side. A nice shot by Anderson. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's covered by Anderson. Here's the 3. Here's Ibaka. Got a piece of it. Anderson outside. And finished off by Anderson.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Ibaka for 3. Sinks the triple. Ibaka's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Here's Abrinas. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Hazonia. For 3. Abrinas with a rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Anderson passes to Abrinas. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing the route. That was impressive.
Here's Huey. Offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Ibaka's got 6 here in this quarter.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got 19 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
And finish off by Hazonia.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The visitors with the ball. They lead by 1, and that's an intentional foul. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Satoransky. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Right wing. Driving in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Here's Musa. A three-pointer off the mark. 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Launches a 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Pops it up. And he recovers it. Takes a 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Driving the lane. Yes!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Works that one inside nicely.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Musa. That three off the mark. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him.
The NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chimezie Metu, He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Parker in at the 3, the small forward. Let's go with a 3. That shot missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And there's a pick to the paint. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Hernan Gomez gets the bucket.
That's one thing about Willie. He has no trouble being aggressive, particularly when operating close.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. The 3 gets the 3 ball to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
3-pointer. Hits a 3-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Yes, it's good.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Parker outside. And the shot goes down. Here's Bellinelli. Here's the pick. From downtown. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Oh, what a crafty move. Causing the defender to pause right there.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Here's Parker. Offensive rebound. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Knocked loose. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Oh, wasted no time on that one. 6 points for him.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a 3-pointer. That's a bad decision.
2 fouls for him already. If he's not more careful, his minutes will be curtailed.
Now Satoransky to the left side wing. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
No coverage that time. Parker's got 5 now.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
From outside the arc. That one is off.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And Metu pulls it down.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Parker, and that's good. Parker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 56 seconds left in the first. He was all alone on that one.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Can they get it? The 3. He buries it from 3.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. Back to Parker. Parker the screen. Great look there, but off target.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Counted from distance. 9 points in the game, and the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
From the arc. The shot no good. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter up. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Offensive rebound. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Here's Vesely. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wing shot on the way, and the basket is good. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Launches the 3, sinks it from distance.
3 points.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Miscue there. Hadn't had many of those so far, which is a big reason they're ahead.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Pass to Kaycock. Oh, it's stolen away. There's a screen. And a miss there on the triple.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Oh, got that one up quick. 6 points for him.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Here's Morgan. Three-pointer. Anderson pulls it down.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up. No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Here's Morgan. From outside, off the mark. Morgan's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Here's Vesely. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. It's hauled in by Fall. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Outside, Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Kaycock. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
There's a screen. 4-3. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Off target from outside. Anderson for 3. From about 19, shots good by Kaycock. Kaycock's got his second bucket of the night. To stop the run, Zizic with the rebound. Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep three-point range, that shot is off.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
They set the pick. Here's Morgan. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And that'll do it for the first half of play. They're up 7. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here. So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the home team. Glad you could join us.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Sadaransky pulls it in.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Metu in at the power forward position. Fires from deep. No good there. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3. 9 points in the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
There's a screen. Pass to Bellinelli. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Shot's good by Sadaransky.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Bellinelli. Give him 8 points now. The 3 is up. No good on the shot. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect. You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Parker outside. Got a hand on it. And they recover it. Pass to Metu. Second chance shot. Jump shot is good.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
And Bellinelli gets it to go.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Launches it. Doesn't go for him.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3. He's got 6.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Parker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. That 3's off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
For 3. Drops in the 3. Parker's got 11 points.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Pass to Bellinelli. The 3 ball. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jacks up a 3. No good that time.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
They set the screen. Knocks down the triple.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
The 3 is up. Sinks the tray.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Here's the 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 5 rebounds in the game. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul.
Substitution on the court.
40 seconds left in the third. To the inside. And Fall gets it to go. Fall's got his first basket.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Bellinelli. No good on the 3. Outside, Anderson. Here's Fall. From behind the arc. And Anderson gets the 3.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the... With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Here's Vesely. No good from outside.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
Launches it. Zizic with the rebound. Anderson covers. Hits the trifecta.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Here's Morgan. Can't hit from the elbow.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Zizic with the rebound. Anderson covers. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Only missed the J after tricking the D with a nifty pass fake. From deep three-point land. Morgan with the rebound. Anderson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. There's the three. Gets the three ball to go.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
They set the pick. Here's Vesely. They can't stop the run with that one.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your home team.
Hits both from the stripe. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The three. Morgan with the rebound.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
Launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
3 points.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kaycock. It's hauled in by Fall. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Kaycock.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. And so they get the victory here at home. A clean win, and one where they clearly...
There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Garuba in at the four-man position.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Garuba. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. And it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. One-on-one fast break. Bellinelli with the three. It's good from long range.
And hard to pass on that good a look from three-point range, even if you've got a clear path to the basket.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Deck. Pass to Musa. Puts up a three. Out to the right wing. Here's Campazzo. 6 to shoot. Deck passes to Campazzo. Here's Musa. Here's Deck to the left side wing. Jacks up a three. Bellinelli pulls it in.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
Took him no time at all on that one.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Pass to Depp. Here's Garuba. They set the screen. Here's Campazzo. Here's Tavares. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
And you know right now for the visiting team, they're not supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
Here's Campazzo. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, kept alive. Pass to Tavares. Here's Garuba. 6 on the shot clock. The three. Offensive rebound. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it. He has 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Musa. He has yet to score. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. And the 3 ball is good.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Here's Musa. Bellinelli is covering. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Musa's got 5 now.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Deck. The long distance 3 is buried. Deck's got his second basket of the night.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Bellinelli with it. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rebound by Tavares.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Garuba. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. From deep three-point land. The shot missing. Here's Sangelia. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sangelia's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Musa. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. They lead by... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
We've got Hezonja, and it's Huey in at the 2. Lets it go from deep. That one's in. His first shot this game.
3.
Here's Morgan. Three-pointer. The rebound by Ibaka. Here's Huey. Pulls it up. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Huey's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Courtney. Out to the right wing. Here he goes, and it's blocked.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Morgan. Nothing on the board. Looking to end the run. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Ibaka for three. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Here's Zizic. Sweet little floater. Zizic has got his first bucket of the night.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Here's Hezonja. Offensive rebound. And Ibaka kicks to Hezonja. From the arc. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Courtney. Pass to Kakop. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morgan. Off target with his 3. Morgan's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Driving to the basket. Hezonja on the wing. The 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Courtney. That's tipped. Hezonja up top. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes.
Fires for 3. Kakop pulls it in.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
1:49 left here in the second. Pass to Ibaka. Lets it go with the 3. And no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
No good from Courtney. Hezonja with the ball.
Home team foul. Number 24. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. On Wednesday, then on Tuesday.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Courtney, that's good. Courtney's got 6 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Screened by Ibaka. And now, here's Hezonja. Pulls up. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Puts up a deep 3. Morgan can't hit it.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to Hezonja. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Miami. Here's Morgan. Six to shoot. Here's Kakop. The rebound by Njai. Njai's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Drumline.
Thanks for spending halftime with us.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. Pass to Bellinelli. 3-pointer. Deck pulls it in. It's tipped. And it's Musa in at the shooting guard position. For the tie, it's tipped. And they recover it. Here's Deck. Bellinelli is covering. Deck's shot is good. Deck's got 9 points. Deck's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Hackett. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's Deck in at the 3, the small forward.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Home team foul. 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Here's Campazzo. Scoreless thus far. Here's Musa. Pass to Campazzo. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Here's Garuba. Here's Musa. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Rebound by Shingelia.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on the offense right now.
Garuba. And it's off from 3-point range. Over to the wing. Bucket is good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Deck. He's got 9. And just miss after miss right now. Clyburn. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Musa. And he banks in the layup. Musa's got 4 points in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. And it's denied. Here's Sangelia. Out left to the wing. Here's Hackett. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Campazzo. No scoring in this one. Pass to Garuba. 4 on the clock. Hands it from downtown.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Now Bellinelli. He's got 8. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Musa. No good with the tip.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
That one from long range. He's got 9.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Here's Garuba. Pass to depth. Inside. Garuba's shot is off.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
32 seconds left to play in the third. Library. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Musa. 9 points in the game so far. This one for 3. The shot, no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They lead by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Zizic, and it's Morgan in at the point. It's intercepted. The rebound by Njai. Njai's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Connects from three-point range.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Morgan. Tries again. The rebound by Ibaka.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
No good on the triple. Njai's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Courtney on the 3 off target. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And here is Hazonia. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Courtney, the pass to Kaycock. Here's Morgan. Pass to Courtney. 6 to shoot. Yep, it counts.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the wing right side. Ibaka finds Hazonia. Back to Ibaka. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
The rebound by Ibaka.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Buries the long-range jumper.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Morgan. No good with the triple. And Njai kicks to Ibaka. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Ibaka's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. They set the pick. Here's Zizic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Pass to Courtney. Tipped away. And stolen by Hezonja. Screen by Ibaka. From deep three-point land. The offensive rebound. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul, second team.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
Pass to Enja. Fires the 3. The rebound by Morgan. Enja is gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Morgan. From outside the arc. That one, no good.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
He makes the first of 3, and that trims the lead to 6. He makes the second free throw, and that brings them within 5. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Courtney. Shot clock at 5. Releases. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Yui, the pass to Ibaka. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Morgan. And there's the drive. There's the triple. Good on the 3-point shot.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't make it.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3 spot. Parker, no good. Here's Musa. There's a screen from Garuba. Lets the 3 fly. Musa, good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Good on the shot.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Back to Deck. There's the triple. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Launches a 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
From downtown, Parker, no good. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the strike.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
To the right side, Satoransky passes to Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Satoransky gets the 3 to fall.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Pass to Musa. From the arc. And Parker pulls it down.
And that's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Down low. Here's Hernan Gomez. Uses the glass on the layup.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Here's Garuba. The long distance 3 is buried. Garuba's got 5 now.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. And he drops it in from the low post.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Parker. 3-pointer off the mark. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Musa. To the paint. Here's Garuba. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
Usman Garuba. Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Parker right side. Misses the 3.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Give him 8. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Musa. Offensive board. Over to the wing. The 3 hits a 3-pointer.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
There's a screen by Metu. Satoransky. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Satoransky's got 6.
and both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
23 seconds left in the first quarter here. And there's the screen. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Did you see that, B.A.? Just an emphatic tomahawk slam.
Wow, just pure power right there. Goes up from the top of the key. Drained it for 2 points. Here's Musa. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Leading by just... Man, it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Ninja grabs the miss.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Connects from downtown. Here's Hazonia. Anderson covers. They set the pick. And he goes in for the dunk.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. From deep. Ninja grabs the miss.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And he gets it to go.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Anderson with a screen. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Anderson. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Here's Hazonia. Ibaka with a screen on Anderson. From deep. The shot by Hazonia, no good. Ooh, poked away. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Njai. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hazonia. Anderson covers. Lets it fly. Anderson pulls it down.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Lets it go from deep. Njai grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Hazonia. Fires the 3. Can't get that one to go. He's just 2 of 5 now from the field.
2 minutes. Ball is turned over. Away team ball.
A minute 53 left in the second quarter. Pass to Ibaka. Here's the pick. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Drains the triple.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
and they come right back with their own three-pointer. 6 points for him.
This story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Hezonja. Anderson covers. High arcing shot, and it's rejected. 54 seconds left in the second period. There's a screen. Let's go with a three. Here's Vesely. And finally, that one's good.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Hezonja gets the bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Left side Anderson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Ibaka, good. Here's Vesely. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
Well, he could give you plenty of highlights, but a lot of substance, too. He's moving the needle.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the visiting team. Thanks for tuning in.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Satoransky. Chimezie Metu out there with Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Parker in at the small forward. Puts up a three. Satoransky's shot is off. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the two-guard spot. There's a screen from Garuba. Musa, good. He's got 7. Now Hernan-Gomez out to the right wing. Back to Parker. Takes the three. Pure from three-point range. Here's Campazzo. Still without a bucket. Here's Musa going inside, and that one is stuffed right through.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Campazzo. And he banks in the layup. Campazzo's got his first 2 points.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Here's Satoransky. And the three off target. Satoransky's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Here's Musa driving to the basket.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Satoransky. On target from range. Satoransky's got 9 points. Satoransky's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Garuba. The three is up. He drops it from range.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Back to Metu. Parker outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, A lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Satoransky outside. It's stolen by Campazzo. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Shot from the wing, and that's good for 2. He's got 12.
Well, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
2 minutes.
There's a screen. Here's Musa. Pass to Garuba. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. That one goes. Count it. Garuba's got 5 points in the quarter.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Inside, it's tipped. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Musa. Knocks down the long J.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Well, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half. And he's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Fast break, here we go. Here's Campazzo. Releases from the wing and drills it. Campazzo's gotten his second bucket.
Now, he shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
Pass to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez with it. No good on the 3. Here's Campazzo, covered by Satoransky. Here's Garuba. Beyond the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Jacks up a 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. To the wing, right side. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Crafty move. The shot by Hezonja, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Yep, that one goes.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
For 3. The offensive rebound. Over to the wing. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. Lets it go. And that one is hammered home.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Offensive rebound. Ibaka with it. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Anderson with a screen. Drills it from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Hazonia. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. The lead now cut to single digits.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Pulls up on the wing. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
To the middle. Here's Anderson. Into the lane. And it's blocked by Ibaka. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Fall. They set a pick. Takes a three. Injai grabs the miss. Injai's got rebound number 7 tonight. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. It's scooped up. Counted.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Pass to Hazonia. Driving inside. Got a piece of it.
Shooting for the away team. Hazonia, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots. A minute 22 left in the fourth quarter. And there's a pick. He shoots it. Can't nail the jumper. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Anderson for 3. Can't hit that one. Here's Injai. Ibaka for 3. No good. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anderson with a screen. Here's Vesely. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Now here's Ibaka. Fires away from way outside. The visiting club takes the win on the road. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. It's deflected, and that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Six on the shot clock. Fires the three, and he's good on the three ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Clyburn. His three-pointers off the mark. Satoransky looking around. Takes the three. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, Coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Hits it from three-point range. Bellinelli's got his second basket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Parker's shot is off. They set the pick. Clyburn. A three-pointer is right on target.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. They get the rebound out to the wing. The tray. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
For three. And no good that time. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Shengelia dishes to Bellinelli. It's the three-point bomb. Bellinelli's got 9.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Clyburn covered by Parker. To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Offline with his three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Clyburn sinks the triple. 6 points for him.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Shengelia. The rebound by Madrid.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
It's Parker outside. Rebound by Shengelia.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Puts up a three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Parker. Lets the 3 fly. He can't get that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. For the 3, drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bellinelli with it. Fires it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the small forward position. They've got Courtney, and it's Kaycock in at the 4.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Aprinas. That 3 off the mark.
A slight rebound advantage for them. 1 more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Aprinas the pass to Fall. Oh!
My goodness.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Good on the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Takes a 3. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Morgan. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Now, here's Vesely. He's guarded closer. That one good for 2.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
And he gets it to go.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Abrinas has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Courtney to the left wing. A 3 ball. Rebound by Vesely. Cuts off the pass. To the paint. Pass to Morgan.
2 minutes.
That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's the screen. Abrinas. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. A nice shot by Vesely.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Vesely's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's Morgan. Pass to Courtney. Four on the shot clock. From deep. Rebound by Vesely. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Here's Abrinas. 8 points for him. From downtown, cranes the three-pointer. Abrinas has got 11 here in this quarter alone. Here's Courtney. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so we conclude the first half. Leading by 7. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Shaq, you held this distinction 12 times.
Should have been more. How's that? Look at the all-time list.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the visiting team.
They've made it.
And that's a halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. They've got Metu. He's out there with Parker. Satoran's there with Hernan Gomez.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Fires from deep. He can't hit that time. Bellinelli with a screen on Parker. And a miss there on the triple. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Shingelia. Inside.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Sadaransky sets a screen for Parker. No good from the wing.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Oh, just pound it in! Pound it in!
Goodness. How about that?
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Outside, Bellinelli. Rebound by Parker. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. They get it back. Pass to Medu. There's a good screen. Rebound by Shingelia.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And here is Bellinelli. Puts up a 3. No good that time. Parker looking over the floor. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Parker's got 6 here in this quarter.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
It's good from long range.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Pass to Medu to the wing on the left. They get a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Shingelia. He tries for 3. Rebound by Parker. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The quick look, no good that time.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Drills it from outside. He's got 15.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And Sadaransky kicks to Parker. Bellinelli is covering. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Pulls up from the corner. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Bellinelli. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Parker outside. Rebound by Shingelia. Shingelia's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bellinelli passes to Shingelia. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Connects from 3-point range.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's the screen. Outside, Bellinelli. Rebound by Parker.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Goes up off the inbound. Abrinas' shot is off.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And a great show through 3 quarters. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the force line.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Aprinas' shot is off. Here's Courtney. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Courtney's got 19 points.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Got a piece of it. Pass to Laprovitola. Here's Courtney. He's covered by Anderson. Courtney, that's good. Courtney's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Can they get it? Aprinas with a bucket.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
They're getting outworked on the glass, and those second-chance buckets have devastated their defense.
A nice shot by Morgan.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
Morgan's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Provitola's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, the defense really wasn't bad there, but he's a gifted shooter from distance.
There's the pick. Launches it. The rebound by Anderson. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time, no need to force anything. And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Count that one. Courtney's got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Three-pointer. The rebound by Morgan.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Here's Satoransky. A three-pointer off the mark. Pushing it up. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Here's Courtney. And it's blocked. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kaycock. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter. There's a screen. A three-pointer is right on target.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Morgan. Pass to Courtney. Three-pointer. Fall with the rebound. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. No good on the three. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Morgan. Over Anderson. Can't hit from the elbow.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty...